What if I told you that after the age of 50, most people are actually losing strength every single day, not because of age, but because they're doing the wrong kind of movements? It sounds surprising, doesn't it? You may have been told for years that walking is enough, or that you need heavy gym machines, or even worse, that leg strength just naturally fades with age and there's nothing you can do about it. But here's the truth that most people don't realize. Weak legs are not just about feeling tired. They quietly take away your independence. One day it's a little harder to stand up from the chair. Then climbing stairs feels like a challenge, and slowly, without even noticing, your world starts becoming smaller. You avoid long walks, you hesitate before stepping outside, and even simple daily tasks begin to feel like a burden. And the most painful part? It doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly, silently, until one day you realize your body is not supporting you the way it used to. But here's where things get really interesting. What if I told you that you don't need squats? You don't need expensive machines. And you definitely don't need to spend hours in the gym to rebuild powerful legs after 50. In fact, some of the most effective strength-building movements are simple, gentle, and can be done right at home. And they don't just maintain your strength, they can actually rebuild it faster than you think. Sounds too good to be true? Well, that's exactly why most people miss it. Because they keep following outdated advice, doing exercises that either strain their joints or don't activate the right muscles at all. Think about this. Have you ever tried doing squats and felt pressure in your knees? Or used a machine at the gym and felt unsure if you were even doing it right? You're not alone. Many people over 50 stop exercising altogether, not because they don't care, but because it feels confusing, uncomfortable, or even painful. And here's the biggest mistake happening right now. People believe that pain is a sign of progress. But in reality, pain is often your body asking you to change your approach. So instead of getting stronger, they unknowingly push themselves toward injury, stiffness, and even more weakness. But what if there was a better way, a smarter way, that works with your body, not against it? Because once you understand how your muscles respond after 50, everything changes. Movements become easier, your confidence comes back, and suddenly, you feel more in control of your body again. And in today's video, you're going to discover exactly that. 6 simple leg exercises that don't require squats, don't need machines, and are designed specifically to help you rebuild strength safely, effectively, and naturally. But here's the surprising part. Some of these movements may look very easy at first, almost too easy, and that's exactly why they work. Because they target deep muscles, improve balance, and strengthen your joints, without putting unnecessary stress on your body. And once you start doing them, even just a few minutes a day, you'll begin to notice something powerful. Standing feels easier, walking feels lighter, and your legs start supporting you again, the way they should. But before we get into those exercises, there's something important you need to understand first. Because if you don't fix this one common mistake, even the best exercises won't give you the results you deserve. And this is where most people go wrong. You see, after the age of 50, your body doesn't respond the same way it did in your 20s or 30s. Back then, you could do random workouts, skip warm-ups, push through discomfort, and still feel fine the next day. But now, your muscles, joints, and even your balance system need a different kind of care. And this is where most people unknowingly make a critical mistake. They keep trying to exercise like they used to. They rush through movements. They focus only on doing more. And they ignore how their body actually feels during each step. But here's the truth. After 50, it's not about how fast you move. It's about how well you move. Because your muscles need proper activation. Your joints need stability. And your brain needs to reconnect with your body's movement patterns. Yes, your brain. Most people don't realize this. But strength is not just about muscles. It's about communication between your brain and your body. And as we age, that connection becomes weaker if we don't train it properly. That's why sometimes, even if your muscles are still there, they don't respond as quickly or as strongly. You may feel slightly off balance, or slower when stepping, or unsure when getting up. It's not just weakness, it's disconnection. And here's where the biggest mistake happens. People try to fix this by doing harder exercises. They think, if I push more, I'll get stronger. But instead, They overload their joints, especially the knees and lower back, and completely miss activating the muscles that actually matter. So instead of building strength, they build strain, and over time, this leads to stiffness, discomfort, and eventually, avoidance. They stop moving altogether. But here's something very important to understand. Your body after 50 doesn't need more pressure. It needs smarter movement, movements that are controlled, intentional, and aligned with how your body naturally works. Because when you move slowly and with awareness, something powerful happens. You wake up the smaller stabilizing muscles, the ones that protect your joints and support your balance. And these muscles are the real secret to strength after 50. Not the big, showy movements, but the quiet, controlled ones. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine standing up from a chair. Most people just push up quickly, using momentum, maybe even holding on to something. But if you slow it down and focus on using your legs properly, you suddenly feel muscles working that you didn't even notice before. That's activation. And that's exactly what most people are missing. But here's the surprising part. Even walking, which many people believe is enough, doesn't fully activate these muscles. Yes, walking is great for your heart, your mood, your overall health. But when it comes to rebuilding strength, especially in your legs, it's not enough on its own. And this is where things start to change. Because the exercises you're about to learn are designed to do something different. They're not about speed or intensity, they're about control, stability, and deep muscle engagement. And once you understand this, everything becomes easier. You stop forcing your body and start working with it. And that's when real strength begins to build. But wait, here's something most people don't expect. Even if you do the right exercises, there's still one daily habit that can completely slow down your progress. Something so common that almost everyone over 50 does it without thinking, and it quietly weakens your legs, day after day. We'll talk about that next, along with the 6 powerful exercises that can change everything. Now here's where things start to come together. Because building strength after 50 is not about doing more. It's about doing the right things in the right way, every single day. And before we even begin with the exercises, let's talk about that one habit that quietly weakens your legs. Sitting too much. It sounds simple, almost harmless. But long periods of sitting slowly turn off your leg muscles. When you sit for hours, your hips tighten, your thighs stop engaging, and your body forgets how to properly support your weight. And then, when you try to move, everything feels stiff, heavy, and unstable. But here's the good news. You don't need to completely change your lifestyle overnight. Just standing up every 30 to 45 minutes, even for a minute or two, can start waking those muscles back up. It's a small change, but it creates a powerful shift. And now, let's move into the real transformation. The 6 simple leg exercises that can help rebuild your strength safely without squats and without machines. The first one is something you already do every day. But we're going to do it differently. Sitting and standing from a chair. But this time, slow it down. Sit on a chair. Place your feet flat on the ground. And instead of pushing up quickly, rise slowly using only your legs. No hands, no momentum. Just control. As you stand, feel your thighs working, your hips supporting you. Then slowly sit back down without dropping. This one simple movement, when done with control, can activate your entire lower body. And here's the surprising part. Doing this just 8 to 10 times can be more effective than many complicated exercises. But here's where most people go wrong. They rush it. Slow is where the strength is. Now, let's move to the second exercise. Heel raises. Stand near a wall or hold on to something for balance. And slowly lift your heels off the ground, rising onto your toes. Hold for a second, then gently lower back down. This strengthens your calves, but more importantly, it improves your balance and stability. And balance is what keeps you safe. Because most falls don't happen due to weakness. They happen due to instability. But wait, here's something interesting. If you close your eyes while doing this, even for a moment, you'll notice how much harder it feels. That's your body learning balance. Now, the third exercise, seated leg extensions. Sit comfortably and slowly extend one leg out in front of you. Hold it for a few seconds, then lower it back down. This targets your thighs, especially the muscles that support your knees. And if your knees ever feel weak or uncomfortable, this movement can make a big difference over time. But remember, don't just move the leg, feel the muscle. That connection is where real strength begins. Now, the fourth exercise. Side leg raises. Stand straight, hold onto a chair, and slowly lift one leg out to the side without leaning your body. This strengthens your hips, which are extremely important for walking, balance, and preventing falls. And here's something most people don't realize. Weak hips are one of the biggest reasons people lose stability as they age, but strengthening them changes everything. Now, the fifth exercise. Step backs. Stand upright and gently step one foot backward. Then return to your starting position. Alternate legs, slowly and with control. This movement improves coordination, strengthens your legs, and helps your body get used to shifting weight safely. And that's something we do every day without thinking. But here's the key. Do it slowly and stay balanced. Now, the sixth and final exercise. Wall sits, but in a gentle way. Stand against a wall, slide down slightly, not too low. Just enough to feel your thighs engage. Hold that position for a few seconds, then slowly come back up. This builds endurance in your legs, without putting pressure on your joints. And over time, it makes standing and walking feel easier. Now you might be thinking, these are so simple, can they really work? And the answer is yes, if you do them consistently and with focus. Because it's not about intensity, it's about connection, control, and repetition. But wait, before you start doing these, there are a few important warnings and hidden tips that can make all the difference. And most people never hear about them. Now, before you start feeling excited and jump straight into these exercises tomorrow morning, there's something you need to hear first. Because even the safest movements, when done the wrong way, can slowly lead you in the opposite direction. And this is where many people unknowingly sabotage their own progress. They ignore the small warning signs. A slight discomfort in the knee, a little pull in the lower back, a moment of imbalance. They brush it off, thinking, it's normal, it will go away. But here's the truth. Your body whispers before it screams. And if you don't listen to those early signals, they can turn into pain, stiffness, or even injury over time. So the first hidden rule is simple: never rush through discomfort. If something doesn't feel right, pause, adjust, and try again slowly. Because these exercises are meant to heal and strengthen, not to push you into pain. But here's where it gets even more important: breathing. Yes, something as simple as breathing can completely change how effective these movements are. Most people hold their breath while exercising, especially when they're trying to focus. But when you hold your breath, your body tightens, your blood pressure rises, and your muscles don't get the oxygen they need. So instead, breathe gently and naturally. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you return. This keeps your body relaxed, stable, and more responsive. And now, here's a tip that most people never hear. Your muscles don't grow stronger during the exercise. They grow stronger after it, which means rest is just as important as movement. You don't need to do all 6 exercises every single day, even 3 to 4 times a week. With proper rest in between can bring noticeable results, because your body needs time to recover, rebuild, and adapt. But here's something even deeper: what you eat plays a quiet but powerful role in your strength. If your body is not getting enough protein, vitamins, and hydration, it becomes harder to build and maintain muscle. No matter how good your exercises are, simple foods like eggs, lentils, yogurt, nuts, and plenty of water can support your progress in ways you might not even notice at first. And over time, these small habits create big changes. Now imagine this: waking up in the morning and getting out of bed without stiffness, walking with confidence, without hesitation, climbing stairs without thinking twice. That feeling of strength, of independence, of control. That's what this is really about. Not just stronger legs, but a stronger life. Because when your legs are strong, your world opens up again. You move more, you do more, you live more. And the best part? It's never too late to start. Even small steps, done consistently, can bring back strength you thought was gone forever. But here's the final truth. Knowing these exercises is one thing, actually doing them is what changes everything. So start today, even if it's just one movement. 1 minute, one step, because your future strength depends on what you choose right now. And if this message spoke to you, if you felt like this was meant for you, take a moment to support this journey. Like this video so more people can find it, subscribe to the channel, so you never miss simple, life-changing health advice. And share this with someone you care about, because they might need this more than you realize. Your strength, your independence, your life, it's still in your hands. All you have to do is begin.